Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here is why special education students get scared of fire alarms at school when these drills occur. The reason why they get scared of the alarm is because of the painful volume of the alarm and the strobe light on the alarm. Mostly, it's the sound that comes out of the alarm. It is just so loud. Yes, we need these things to be loud so we can be alerted to a real fire emergency to make sure that we get out of the building safely. But not to the point where you are going to have fire alarm anxiety during these drills. That is what special education students across this country have, is a condition that makes them so scared of the fire alarms. Many special education students have a big fear of fire alarms that some of them are taken outside before schools do fire drills so the alarm doesn't scare them. Particularly true in schools with horn strobes for the fire alarm, which, ironically, the majority of schools in this country have horn strobes for the fire alarm. And horn strobes are in the special education classroom. Which makes the situation worse for students that are scared of the fire alarm the most. In fact, special education students are so scared of these drills that some of them have it written in their IEP saying that they will be taken out of the building before the alarm goes off for every drill because they have a serious problem with the alarm. The sound gives them severe fears. Sometimes the flashing strobe light, but mostly the sound that comes out of the alarm. I am not scared to the point where I run out the door when the alarm goes off during the drills, but I don't like these drills because of the loud alarm and the flashing strobe light on the alarm. But some of my classmates are so scared of these drills that they run out the door as soon as the alarm goes off so they won't have to hear it because that alarm scares them. But I know how to react when that alarm goes off. When that alarm goes off, I get up and line up in a single file line in a calm, orderly fashion and walk outside. That is how you should react when you hear that alarm go off. But some of my classmates run out the door when they hear that alarm go off. And that is not good. Remember, calm, orderly fashion. Remember, when you hear that alarm go off, you must leave the building in a calm, orderly fashion. Yeah, teach that to some of my classmates that are scared of the fire alarm, that run out the door like crazy when the alarm goes off. Because they don't like the sound the alarm produces, because it is very, very, very loud. In elementary school, it was worse. These drills were worse for me in elementary school because the alarm was a constant tone instead of a temporal cycle. So I was terrified of the alarm going off in elementary school during these drills. In fact, back during my elementary school years, I was taken outside before a lot of these drills happened, so the alarm wouldn't scare me. But sometimes I was in the building when the alarm went off for the drills, and as soon as the fire alarm went off in that building, it scared me. Because I didn't know that there was going to be a drill. It came on out of nowhere. Like, they pulled the alarm out of nowhere. And the teacher didn't tell me that there was going to be a drill. And then all of a sudden, and yep, because that was the tone and the pitch of the alarm in elementary school. The fire alarm in my elementary school sounded like a buzzer going off. That is what the alarm sounded like in my elementary school, was a electronic buzzer going off, alerting people to a fire emergency, and they have to evacuate immediately. That is what the alarm sounded like in my elementary school. Was a electronic buzzer for fire emergencies. And it kept going and going. There was no pause in between the sounds. It kept going and going. It is not like today's alarms that go like the alarm in my high school. No, it was because it was an old alarm system. But now the alarm in my school is which I like better than but still, today's alarm really gives me fears. Because it is still a horn strobe. which should have been banned from schools before I even started going to public school. And all public schools should have voice evacuation systems, aka speaker strobes, instead of horn strobes for the fire alarm. Particularly in the elementary schools, because elementary school students get scared very easily with these horns. The fire drills in my elementary school days, or in anyone's elementary school days, were chaotic because of the blaring alarm throughout the whole building and the teachers yelling at the students to get in a single file line. Especially those drills were challenging for special education students in elementary school. Yeah, it was chaotic having teachers yell over the students to get in a single file line while the alarm was going off. Yep, it was tough for me to deal with. So, in elementary school, and the teachers were like yelling, "Get in a single file line, kids. Remain calm, voices off." Teachers had to yell because the alarm blared throughout the whole building. Fire drills in elementary school days. Weren't they challenging? Yes, they were. Because of the blaring alarm throughout the whole building and the teachers yelling at the students to get in a single file line. That is how it was in my elementary school. It was the alarm blared throughout the whole building and the teachers yelled at the students to get in a single file line while the alarm was blaring throughout the whole building. The reason why the teachers had to raise their voices in elementary school in that building is because of the constant alarm buzzer. Remember, that thing was such an old system. Remember, that alarm system was installed before 1996, before fire alarms were required to go eh, eh, eh. But pre 1996, there was a constant tone for fire evacuation. Signals. Some older schools still have those alarm systems that were in my elementary school. And other buildings too still have those old systems, but mostly these systems are getting ripped out and being replaced with systems that go to meet fire code, to meet the NFPA requirements. Remember, alarms that go are no longer up to code anymore for fire emergencies. So we have a distinct fire evacuation tone, and it is eh, 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 eh. Yep, because that is up to code. That fire evacuation sound. Eh, eh, eh. Yeah, that's what a lot of newer alarm systems sound like, and every new alarm system. But if your building has not been updated, the fire alarm is most likely going to sound like Yep, that's what older alarm systems sounded like. Just like the one in my elementary school before it got updated. Yep, I cannot stand these drills. Special education students really hated the older alarms with a constant tone. That really scared them. Especially in older buildings, special education students were taken outside before fire drills at school because older school buildings used a constant alarm buzzer instead of a temporal cycle. So this is how special education students are so afraid of fire drills, and they need to be taken outside of the building before the alarm goes off for them. So the alarm doesn't scare those students. Bye.